Today we are going to talk about 3 common mistakes that might be preventing you from manifesting what you want. Hi guys, it's Jen from The Aligned Life. Welcome back to my channel. I always like to say manifesting is easy. It's humans that are complicated. So whenever we are having a problem creating what we want in our life, it isn't a matter of why me, why isn't this happening for me? It is always a matter of tuning in and figuring out where you are creating blocks in the process, because really you can create anything you want in this world as long as you are in alignment with the thing you want. And that is the real trick. That is where we run into problems, because so much of this stuff that gets in our way is actually generated by us. We look at the outside world and think there's a bunch of problems that are coming our way, but actually everything we see in our reality is just a reflection of what is on our inside. Okay, with that said, I want to talk about 3 common mistakes you might be making with your manifesting that might be preventing you from creating what you want. And it is so easy to go wrong on this stuff, and it is really all just a matter of flipping a switch inside your mind and getting back to thinking in a positive and beneficial way instead of creating blocks without even realizing what you're doing. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the concept of future tripping. So we all do this so much when it comes to thinking about the things that we want. So when you have a big idea for the kind of life you want to live, it's super common to think of that idea as being really far away in the distant future, right? So you think about someday, you think about a few years down the line, you think about, you just assume that all of the things you'll need in order to create that life are going to take you time to get there. But I just want to remind you that time doesn't have to be linear. It doesn't have to follow the same rules that the rest of your life has followed. You can actually up-level your life super, super fast. So time doesn't have to be a factor in what you're manifesting. But if you want to make it not a factor, then you have to stop incorporating it into what you are thinking about. So if you keep thinking, someday in the future, I want this, then that idea will remain in the future, right? Because you are literally telling the universe you are not ready for it yet. You are telling the universe that you want it someday, but someday never comes, right? So one of the big things you need to do whenever you are manifesting anything into your life is to stop thinking about someday and start thinking about now. Now is the only time we ever have, and the more you can bring your wish into your current now reality, the faster it will manifest in your life. Mistake number 2 that you might be making with your manifesting is putting your wish on a pedestal. And just like with future tripping, this is such a common thing that happens. So everything we want in life, every single desire that we have is based on a feeling, right? So the reason you want money is because you want to feel successful or accomplished. The reason you want love is because you want to feel that loving feeling inside of you. We all go after things in life because of the way we think they will make us feel. It is not really about that thing itself. The danger with this kind of thinking, though, is that we start to put too much importance on the thing that we're going after. So this especially happens, I think, when it comes to love and money, which are the 2 most popular topics that I always talk about here, right? So we think that finding a romantic partner is going to magically fix all the problems in our life. Or we think that making $1 million is going to magically fix everything in our life. And we start to put that goal up on a pedestal and make it mean so much. And then when maybe you meet somebody in real life and a relationship starts to happen, you are freaking out so much on the inside because you think it means so much that you kind of end up pushing the thing you want away. You get too excited about it. You place too much importance on it. And it's like when you are too excited, it's like you have a balloon in your hand and you're too excited and you're squeezing it too much and then it pops. So when you put too much importance on something, it kind of makes that thing go away. We've all experienced a crush, and it is pretty much universal that whenever you have a really big crush on somebody, you make them mean so much more in your mind than they actually mean, that you automatically push them out of your zone of reality, because that person can never live up to those expectations, and they probably energetically feel it. They energetically feel that you have this huge expectation around them, and that freaks them out, and so they don't want to disappoint you, and then they just back off entirely. And it is exactly the same with any other goal in the world. So if you are really serious about manifesting something into your life, you have to make really sure that you are not putting it on a pedestal. So $1 million is great, but it is not going to fix everything. Finding a romantic partner is amazing, but it is not going to fix everything. You are still going to feel like the same person inside, just as you have your whole entire life, right? We all think that when we hit the age of 18 or 25 or 30 or 40 that we are going to feel different and that we're going to feel like a grown-up. But as you get older and older, you realize that day never really comes, right? We always feel the same. So even when you get this thing that you are after in your life, when you finally achieve this thing that you want so much in your life, you just have to remember that you're going to still feel like the same person at the end of the day. And that is totally okay. So don't give too much of your power to this thing, or you will automatically scare it away. The third common manifesting mistake is the one that you have probably heard about the most often, and it is simply suffering from a low vibration. So many times people are in an unhappy state, in a toxic situation, and they are thinking about the big picture of what they want in life. So maybe you're in a job that is really stressing you out, that doesn't pay you very well, that underappreciates you, and you are dreaming of your dream job somewhere else. And that is totally cool. Of course, it's great to have a goal. It's great to be aware that where you are right now isn't fulfilling you and that you want something more in life. But sometimes the best thing to do is not to go straight to manifesting that next dream job. It is to just simply rescue yourself from this low vibration situation. So when you're in a situation like that and it's taking up so much of your energy and you're feeling drained every single day, it's going to be really hard just to keep your head above water, right? And I'm sure we have all experienced this. I know I've experienced this with jobs, with relationships. Sometimes you end up in this toxic situation without realizing it. In those situations, the best thing for you to do is to switch up the situation, is to go somewhere else where you can feel more neutral. And maybe that isn't your dream job. Maybe that's just another stepping stone. Maybe it's a lateral move to a more caring office or to a job with a little less stress or whatever that is. It just removes the initial low feeling that you are fighting so hard to overcome. It is really difficult to get your vibration on the happy, having, allowingness, receiving zone when you are feeling beat down every day, when your energy is being depleted every day. So if you are finding yourself in a toxic situation and there's something in your life that needs to change, I recommend just taking emergency action and figuring out how you can get yourself out of that toxic zone as fast as possible. Once you are out of that toxic zone, then you can think about manifesting the next thing into your life. But it is so important to come from a place that is healed and happy and whole. And it is really difficult to do that if you let yourself slide into one of those situations. So if that is you, if you are feeling really down, really sad, really lost, I am going to recommend taking the emergency step and trying to figure out how you can fix that situation as fast as possible. Then you can get on to the business of manifesting what you actually want. But sometimes manifesting isn't about doing the big journey at once. Sometimes it is a bunch of little steps that we have to take along. And in the end, the most important thing is the way you feel. So let's focus on the way you feel, and let's focus on getting that back to a nice, normal, happy, and healthy state, and out of this depressed, depleted, dark state. So those are my 3 common manifesting mistakes. I hope that helps you guys figure out where you might be going wrong with your manifesting efforts. As I said at the beginning of the video, manifesting is easy, humans are hard. It is always a matter of looking inside, figuring out where the block is, and overcoming that block so that you can start to step into the reality that you really want to create. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, my name is Jen. I am from The Aligned Life. If you want to learn more about me, come on over and check it out. I have a free Law of Attraction intention setting audio for you guys to download if you want to come over and sign up for updates. I will leave a link in the description box below. If you like this video, please give it a like. That'll help me out so much. If you want to hear more from me, hit that subscribe button because I would love to have you around. And I will be back here soon with another video. Until then, just remember, get ready for the miracle. Namaste.